Imagine waking up to news that London is experiencing Arctic temperatures in September. Sounds impossible? There's actually a hidden system in our oceans that makes this nightmare scenario very real. It's called the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, or AMOC, and right now scientists are watching it slow down. Think of it as the ocean's heartbeat, pumping warm water north and cold water south in this endless cycle. But what happens when that heartbeat starts to fail? Here's how it works. Warm water from the tropics flows north along the surface, carrying massive amounts of heat towards Europe, enough to keep places like London significantly warmer than they should be. When this water reaches the Arctic, it cools down and becomes saltier as ice forms. This cold salty water is denser, so it sinks deep into the ocean and flows back south along the ocean floor, completing the conveyor belt. This circulation is crucial because it redistributes heat across our entire planet, regulates regional climates, and drives nutrient cycling in marine ecosystems. However, climate change is disrupting this delicate balance.
Sensors in the North Atlantic show something strange. Temperatures are rising and salt levels falling as fresh water pours in from Greenland's melting ice. Without salt, the water can't sink. The engine that drives the current begins to stall.
Satellite data confirmed the slowdown. The AMOC, the system that warms Europe and stabilizes weather patterns, is weakening faster than predicted. Scientists sounded the alarm, but the world wasn't listening.
With the AMOC gone comes devastating consequences. Europe experiences unprecedented temperature drop. Europe, frozen under a thick blanket of ice, its once fertile lands now barren and empty, the atmosphere uncaring and frigid as the ice itself. People all over Europe fleeing to warmer countries to escape from the relentless winters. With hundreds of millions having to immigrate, the once majestic continent is now a desolate wasteland, devoid of life. Meanwhile, for the once lush tropics, they now resemble a hellish landscape as temperatures rise. All end up in a similar blanket of fire. A juxtaposition of the highest order. Oceans all around the globe get hit by the rapid temperature changes, displacing species and destroying ecosystems. The enchanting cerulean coral reefs, once bursting with life, morphed into a dead zone only inhabited by the smallest of microorganisms. With temperatures rapidly rising in the tropics, Europe undergoing a mini ice age, and global fish supply getting crippled by the increasing amount of ocean dead zones, the world now faces a migration crisis previously unheard of, as potentially billions of people fight tooth and nail over whatever resources are left. As global conflicts arise as every individual fends for themselves, the worst in humanity is brought out. Hell is empty, and all the devils are here.
The Atlantic currents once carried warmth and life between continents. When the ice melted and the salt balance changed, that flow began to slow, then stop. Without the ocean's engine, Europe froze. The tropics burned, rain patterns collapsed. Marine ecosystems, once stable for millennia, lost their rhythm. Oxygen levels dropped, food chains broke apart. What scientists called the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation had finally collapsed. And with it, our climate's balance. We thought the ocean was too fast to change, but the data had been warning us for decades. This isn't science fiction, it's a scientific possibility, modeled, measured, and predicted. The ocean connects every ecosystem, every climate, every one of us. Understanding it means understanding our future. Still water. The day the current stopped.